Welcome to Twin Speak, Christian music and other stuff. I'm Joe.
And I'm Matt.
And we're twin brothers who, like many of you, were raised on and by Christian music. Listen as we dive into the melodies and lyrics. We'll explore the artists and bands that shaped our upbringing, from the synthesizing energy of Krumbacher to the hard rock anthems of Petra, Skillet, Whiteheart, Striper, and more. We'll share our favorite memories, the concerts that blew our minds, and the tracks that still resonate with us today. In each episode, we'll not only review iconic albums and songs, but also invite special guests, fellow musicians, fans, and maybe even some of our childhood heroes to join in on the conversation. Expect plenty of surprises, from deep dives into the stories behind the songs and twin banter that comes along with being twin brothers. So whether you're a die-hard fan or just curious, we promise to keep it entertaining. Get ready for some epic throwbacks, insightful discussions, and of course, lots of laughter. Let's celebrate the music that brought us together and continues to inspire us. Welcome to the journey of Twin Speak.
Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed.
Dum dum. Dum dum.
Dum dum. Dum dum. Dum dum.
Dum dum.
Dum dum.
In a heart of pride, there's a world of shame, too great to hide, not ready to take the blame. And when the life gets hard, when the heart grows cold, refuse to bend. Love is quick to fold, like the willows weep, yeah, in the winds of change, like a winter sleep is, in the blinding snow and the freezing rain, and like the embers glow. When the fire is low, God is reaching me, teaching me to feel strength and humility. Let me be broken, my cry, my plea. Let me be broken, chastened, chosen. Let me be broken, quite honestly. Let me be broken. Eyes are dry to a widow's pain.
Well. Hello, Joe.
Hey, Matt. How's it going?
Too bad. How are you doing, Joe?
Well, I'm doing pretty good. Yeah, I'm going to take my glasses off now.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
you
take
probably should. Yeah, you look ridiculous, but you normally do.
Well, yeah, I guess a little bit. But hey, welcome to Twin Speak, Christian music and other stuff.
Thank you, Joe, my lesser, uglier half. Welcome to you as well to Twin Speak, Christian music
Yes.
and other stuff.
Sure thing. Are you next to a freeway?
I'm not next to a freeway, no.
You're not. Oh, okay.
But I am someplace else. I'm not in my studio right now, so I'm traveling. But you know, it doesn't seem like a freeway, and I brought all of my equipment with me, and none of it works because I forgot the wrong cord. So we're just going to do this, old school style. I don't look quite as cool with the headphones, but I look much cooler than you.
Yeah, but your ears are probably cold, and
Nope,
I mean, you got goosebumps. I don't know,
nope.
just something like that. But I like the place that you're at because you got multiple mirrors behind you, which that allows you to kind of see, just everything,
Yeah,
in
it
different
does.
ways.
It does.
Like a small
Oh
circle,
yeah,
medium
you should see.
circle.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'll get up this morning and I just want to see this eye. I
Are
don't want to see
there?
it.
I know. Are there mirrors on your ceiling? Just so you
No,
can look at your
there's
to
no
look.
mirrors in the ceiling.
You look up and look at your shoes or something and be like, these shoes look pretty good.
Yeah, no,
Oh, something like that.
I
Okay,
didn't
we're
do
good.
that. I didn't do that.
All right. Well. Anyways, today is a fun day because we get to go.
It is a fun day.
Yeah,
It's Thursday.
Thursday fun day. That's what they always say. They always
As
say,
they say. Yeah. Hey
yeah,
Joe, we're talking about Brian Duncan today.
Brian.
Strong Medicine.
Oh
Yeah,
my
Brian
gosh,
Duncan. We're talking about Strong Medicine.
strong
Such a
medicine.
great album.
Yeah. So this isn't just Brian Duncan, but is it Brian Duncan donuts or is it Brian Duncan basketballs? Like when you think about Duncan, There's a lot of things you can.
I think of Heinz, Duncan Heinz.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I didn't
Um,
think about that one. Any other Duncan you can think of?
uh,
Oh, you know what? I remember when there was a person at the carnival. He was sitting up there and he was
oh
getting
yeah,
ready to, yeah, and you
on
threw a
the ball.
baseball. Yep,
Yeah,
yep,
we got
and
dunked in.
he was getting dunked in.
He's getting dunked in. He's a Duncan.
Yeah, he
No,
was
we're
getting.
talking about Brian Edward Duncan. The
Oh,
the yes, the the famous contemporary Christian music artist who is well decorated, multiple 18 solo albums. That's like
that's
insane when you think about it. 18.
yeah,
I
I know.
mean, like after a while, you have to forget like what song was that album on? What
Yeah,
year
I
was
know.
that album? Like that's amazing. It's incredible. Like
The only other
so,
person that I think actually drew attention to that was Alice Cooper. But other than that, well, just because
what do you mean, Alice Cooper? He
he
drew
wrote a
attention
song.
to Brian Duncan?
No, no, no. Just the fact that he had eight. I think he had 18 albums because he wrote a song called 18, and he's eight.
Yeah, no. I think it was actually not him. It was that guy from Oh God, You Devil. that
Oh, George Burns.
George Burns, yeah, because he was in that movie 18 again or something like
Oh,
that from the 80s.
oh yeah, yeah. That's oh yeah. Anyways, why don't we just go back to what we were talking about? Yeah, 18. The fact that he has 18
18.
solo albums to yeah, that is pretty incredible. Because I would think that you'd start forgetting which songs were on what album after a while.
I
Like
just
that's
said that. I don't quite understand. Where have you
did you,
been? I
did you?
literally just said that like 2 minutes ago. Yes, I
I
just
was
said that,
waiting.
and you were so busy. This is the truth. You were so busy thinking about
Yes,
Alice Cooper that you didn't even
it
listen
is.
to me.
It is
I could
so
just
true.
imagine the conversations that you had with your wife.
That was like literally what I was doing is I was just
I
waiting
knew
for
it.
you to stop talking just so
Yeah, I know.
I can get to yeah. So but anyways, but no, we're talking about Strong Medicine and this album it's funny because this was the black and white album that had one color which
Red.
was red and I remember and seeing this at the store and this was just following a video that we saw on Real Videos, and I know we've talked about Real Videos before, but this was
Yeah.
just following that, and uh, and I won't even mention the song yet because we'll get to it in a few songs here after we get into it. But right after we
Yeah.
saw that video, we're like, we've got to go pick this up. But it
Yeah.
was just funny because we looked at it, and we I guess we could talk a little bit about the cover. He's kind of looking down, and to his left. He
Yeah.
looks like maybe he's on some strong medicine. I don't know,
Do you
but
have
he's
a
got
vinyl?
no,
No. Okay.
no. I don't have the vinyl. If
Hold on.
you have the vinyl, I'm
I
not
don't.
going to
I
be
don't. I
happy with
don't.
you at all.
I don't have the vinyl. I don't. I don't.
I
I've looked for it.
so
It
have I.
and I there are times where there you can buy it. Like it is out there. But the only place that I've been able to find it, it says it's not available in the United States. They will not ship to the
Oh,
United States. And you're like, come on,
yeah.
Discogs.
I know. I know. I don't know if it's Discogs or if it's just the fact that they don't want to send to the United States. I'm not completely sure
I don't
uh,
know.
if it's
I don't know.
political or if it's money or what it is. But um, nonetheless, yeah, this seeing the cover, we're like, man, that is a pretty cool cover. He's got uh, this is the one. His hair is kind of poofed up, but there's an
Yeah.
earring. And it's funny, I don't see the earring in this, so I think it was on his poster. We had a
It-
Strong Medicine
yeah.
poster that had
Yeah.
a cross
The
earring,
cross. Yeah.
and you and I, we wanted an earring so bad, all because of Brian Duncan.
Yeah, we should have actually let's say this.
Yeah,
We also did just talk with Brian Duncan last week.
yes, we did.
And
That's
that
true.
was an incredible interview. So I'd urge anybody if you haven't listened to the interview, Brian is so down to earth. Just a great conversation, an honest conversation. I wish though we would have actually said that to him and said, "Do you realize that I have piercings now for the rest of my life because of you.
Well, here's the funny thing. I didn't think about it until right now. I forgot about it.
Yeah,
I completely
I did.
forgot about it.
I did too.
But while I was looking at this, I'm like, "Where's that earring?" And then I remembered, you and I, we got our ears pierced, and we went straight to Target, and we're like, "Okay, where's a cross earring? We
Yeah.
need a Brian Duncan cross earring." And
Yep.
we did get a cross earring, a little dangly thing.
It was like a stud with a dangle. Yeah,
Yeah,
cross.
it wasn't as cool as his at all.
No, it was for women. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
But then
yeah,
again, most earrings at that point in the 90s were for women for the most part.
they were. It didn't look good on me, but honestly, it looked pretty good
Yeah.
on you. Like it fit right in with what you usually wore. Your your Cavaricis and your
Oh, come on now. You
frilly
had Cavaricis too.
your frilly shirts and
You had frilly shirts too, and you had your bolo tie, your
bolo
vest,
ties.
your your nice shiny shoes.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Well, anyways, so we're going to be talking about strong medicine today. And the first song that you heard right now was that we opened up with was "Let Me Be Broken," and that one just reminds me of a video album that he had, which was
It was strong medicine, by the way.
it was, yeah, it was strong medicine, but it opened with those cool noises, these noises here. He's going
I
like
know.
dum 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 dum. Yeah.
Ooh.
Anyways, such cool. It's such a great opening.
I know.
But anyways,
I know.
but yeah, let me be broken. I love that. Just that concept right there. Let me be broken. My honest plea. Let me be broken.
Honestly, I know.
What a
I know.
great prayer, for us to say that.
Yeah.
I want to be broken, God, so that way you can put me back together.
Yeah. Have
know.
have and and I don't know about you, but I mean, I was at your house not, a couple of years ago, and I broken my hand
Yeah,
on
I
your
remember.
stairs.
I
Yeah.
remember. Yep.
And I don't think I did say like let me be broken, and it wasn't an honest plea. That hurt because you got dangerous steps there. Broke my hand, like it was awful. But from an emotional standpoint, like or from a spiritual standpoint, have you ever been broken? Like so much to the point where you're like Lord, I can't take anymore. Like you've broken me, but now I need you to repair. Like there needs to be a repairing here because I don't know if I can be any more broken than what you've given me. And that's an honest place to be.
Yeah.
To be
Oh
like
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
And to have a prayer saying "Let me be broken"
Right.
is asking for that pain, but knowing that on the other side of that, to be broken and to know that the Lord can actually restore us, to know that there's something on the other side of that is a blessing. And
Yeah.
to
Oh
go
yeah.
for it.
Well, and it reminds me, of scripture. Actually, it comes out of Isaiah, where and I'd have to read it to get all the details correctly. But God's basically telling.
But go ahead and say it anyways.
But let me go ahead and give you what I know. Let me give you what I know. So, um, where God's telling Isaiah, like, hey, go and like go to the potter's window and look in the window, and what he sees is he sees that there is a pot and something that was being created, but it is broken on the ground. And the potter picks it up and he puts it back on the wheel and he begins to spin it. And basically, the context of it was that item that he was making will never be what he initially intended it to be. However, through that brokenness, there is still purpose for that piece of clay. It may be molded and shaped into something different, but it's still going to have purpose and it's still going to be useful. And I think sometimes when we do go through those times of brokenness, and there's a part of us, when we're going through hard times or rough patches in our life or loss or things like that, where things aren't going to be the way they were. However, it doesn't mean that God's done with us. And I think so many times some people may be like, well, he's finished, so I give up. But
Yeah.
but that scripture just reminds us that God puts us back on the wheel, reforms us, reshapes us into the image of his perfect will. And it may not be the same, but it's still going to be just as purposeful and useful. So
Yep.
anyways, what a great song and opening. Actually, I don't even think we talked so much before about an opening song as we did that one, but it's just got so much meaning to it.
I know it does,
Um,
and you just can't help yourself but talk. You like to hear
Yeah.
yourself talk.
Well, I like to hear you
Which is why
listen.
you don't listen to me
No,
while
I
you're
just like
thinking
to
about
hear,
what you want to say.
if I hear you listening to me, then it's all worth it. But the next song um, reminds me a lot of my younger days. Recognize a lover from a thief, because you used to steal a lot of my stuff, and and I was able to recognize the difference between
What would I steal of yours?
where's my barbell, where's my curl bar, the one that I used all the time
You
for
gave it to me.
it was my no, I didn't.
You
You took it.
you clearly weren't using it. It was obvious. Okay.
You clearly
Like
aren't. So that's just as obvious.
that's not true. That's not
So,
true.
anyways, all right.
When we
So
listen to this song, why don't
the
you
next
shut up?
song is
Let's listen to the song.
recognize. Yeah, that's a good idea. Recognize a lover from a thief.
Yeah.
One's educated, one has been to school. Who is the genius and who is the fool? Well, it's hard to tell one from the other. They both have the answer. One gives a promise and the other his word. One is a teacher and the other is heard. They're both calling your name and the offer's the same, yeah. But only one delivers. You nurse your wounds and they nurse your pain, but you still can't seem to break it down. I said, how long will you suffer? Caught between the pleasure and the grief. How long till you recognize a lover from a thief? A loving smile and a counterfeit grin. With open arms, one is taking you in.
He has such a crisp voice. I don't remember. It's one of the songs that is on this album, but I remember we were watching the video. We showed our mom the video, and I never really recognized his voice in this way. But as we were watching, it was one of his ballads or slower songs, and our mom saying like his voice is so clean. And I'm
Yeah,
like, what does that mean? And that's the thing. It's like it is so just crisp, clean. It's a beautiful voice. And so when he sings like that, I mean, it's the range is beautiful.
yeah, I
Like the
know.
way he puts together harmonies, it's so good.
I know. Gosh, it is. It's amazing. And the thing is he still sings amazing. Like we talked to him last week, and he's 70 years old, and you know,
Actually, it's this next song. The next song is the one that we were talking about. Stand in my
yeah,
place.
we talked. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, and actually, we brought this song up in the interview because this was a song that for me, I remember. We would take out the liner notes and we would read the words and try and figure out what they meant.
Yeah,
This song was so in your face, talking about how God sent Jesus to stand in my place.
yeah.
You traded paradise for poverty,
I know.
created all and laid it all on the line for
One
me.
line.
It's
Yeah,
just, it's like, gosh, it just gives me chills because such great lyrics that just remind you and teach you about the love and the grace of God.
yeah. It puts you really in the full perspective. It's not just that Jesus came and died on a cross. What did he trade for it? Like he was
Right.
in paradise
Right.
and he traded it for poverty. He traded it to live like one of us, as a human, to go through the struggles, the temptations, what we all face.
Yeah.
And he gave it up. And so you think of it and it's like, and then you crossed an ocean to stand in my place.
Yeah.
It's like you went so far and you stood in my place. And those words, I think I never really thought about. I knew you hear Jesus died for me. But when you hear you stood in my place, you're
Yeah.
like, oh wait,
Right.
you took my place. It should have been me on that cross. I should
Right.
have been on that cross. I should have been the
Yeah.
one that was beaten. I should have been the one that was spat on, that was rejected. And even when we face all those trials, we know that he's also gone through that, but he stood in our place so that like we don't have to go through all of that alone.
Great.
It's amazing.
Yeah,
It's such a great
exactly.
song.
It is. So let's go ahead and listen to that. Stand in My Place. Right here on Twin Speak, Christian music and other stuff.
Some things can't be explained like you'd like them to be. I find it's easier to curse than pray, but I feel I can't escape what you've done for me. I don't understand why you traded paradise for poverty. Created all and laid it all on the line for me. I'm just an ordinary heart and soul. You bridged an ocean to stand in my place. So how do I find this kind of love inside? Why do I want it to belong?
And I love that. I find it easier to curse than pray.
I know. It's
And you know what? It's who but no, I forget who it was that we were interviewing, where we were talking about uh, the simplicity of words. Like X Center. It was X Center. It was during the X Center interview.
yep.
How they're normal words. Well, in
Wasn't
a
it?
way, I mean,
It wasn't an interview. It was just an episode.
it was just the X Center, not an interview.
Yeah.
But I remember we were talking about X Center, and we thought it was just like sitting on the freeway, and this is such a great song, and the simplicity of words, though, I find it easier to curse than pray. That's just honest.
Right.
Like what an honest statement right there,
Well,
and,
it's-
and I know for you, you can really relate to that.
Yeah.
Just the way that I have heard you, and as many times as you press that bleep button, I pray for you while you're cursing. I pray for you.
yeah, I don't. Anyways, it's just every
I know.
time then I do this again. You're
Dear
just
Lord,
I am just so
I
tired.
just pray. I pray for Pastor Joe right now.
No, I don't. The funny thing is cursing has never been one of those things that either one of us have just like done. And I'll never forget. And
No. Have you tried? Have you tried just doing it?
yes,
Like-
I was just gonna say that. So I
Oh.
did when I
Yeah.
was younger, and I was a kid, and I was riding my bike, you and me and our friend TJ, and we were riding our bikes, and he was cussing because he was a
Yeah.
naughty kid,
It
and
was not a kid.
and I remember thinking, well, I'm gonna say a couple words. So
Yeah.
I did, and I was like, that doesn't sound good coming out of my mouth. I am just not cool enough to say
Yeah.
that word. In fact, I wasn't cool enough to say the word
To say
cool
cool.
either.
Exactly.
So I basically just said, I'm not neat enough. I'm
Yeah.
not swell enough to do this,
Yeah.
to say that. So
Yeah. No.
anyways,
Yeah.
but
I hear you.
no, that song is was just growing up was just a pivotal song, and just it's almost where I found my ability to worship, like to something other than, as the deer, that you'd sing in church. It was like, man, you can worship to you bridged an ocean to stand in my place. But
Yeah.
the next song is Strong Medicine. And I love this song. It's a slower song,
Yeah.
and he's got a few slower songs on this album. And this one,
Yeah.
when I first heard it, I wasn't the biggest fan of it. I was like, because you
Mhm.
think a title track, and the first thing we thought is the title track's going to be the most rockin' bumpin'
Yeah.
track. And then
Oh,
we
yeah.
heard this one, and I was like, it's not. But again,
It's not.
when I went back to look at the words,
Yeah.
I believe a price was paid.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Mhm.
It's anyways. He really takes this concept, I'd almost say, and draws us into relationship with God through
Yeah.
Strong Medicine. So,
Yeah.
anyways, why don't we go ahead
Great.
and let's go ahead and listen to Strong Medicine.
Okay. Sounds good.
inside I cried as I wondered, is there really any hope for the suffering, the pain? The condition is the same. It's out of my control, but I'll be here, hoping for you. Care enough to stay faithful every day, bold enough to say don't be afraid, 'cause I believe a price was paid. There is a medicine, a priceless for the worthless trade. Trade for the medicine. Nothing is stronger, no greater the need. The only way to take this sickness away, 'cause I can't take it away. And I'm forced here to stare at the outside.
I could just listen to it. It's so deep. Like it really is. Like he's such a wordsmith on writing songs.
Oh, I know.
Because
I know.
what I mean, powerful words, but they rhyme so well too. Like it's like,
I know.
but some of what he thinks about comes out of nowhere.
I know. Yeah,
You're
exactly.
like, oh, I wasn't expecting that.
No, no, and the funny thing is you hear that in a lot of his songs. You're just like, whoa, and it could be a word that you're like, man, I haven't. That's a deep word, and then it could be something,
Yeah.
that is just it's catchy but so meaningful.
Yep.
And I was listening to his podcast. He has his podcast, Nutshell Sermons.
Yeah.
And I was
I was
listening to
listening
that
to it this
today.
morning. Yeah,
You
me
were-
too.
Yeah. So I was listening to those, and those are really cool. For anybody who doesn't know about Brian's podcast, it's Nutshell Sermons, and you can find that online. Just search Nutshell Sermons, really.
Yeah.
And he's got a website and stuff. But anyways, the same thing. Like he kind of like this stuff. Some of the stuff he says comes out of nowhere. It comes out of left field, and you're like, where did you get
Yeah.
that from? But then
Yeah.
he brings scripture into that. So it's
Yeah.
funny and comical, and at the same time, it's edifying I don't know, encouraging. I don't know. It's really cool. But so this is obviously a gift. A
I
gift.
was going to say that. It's a gift that he has.
Yeah.
And he grew up in a church. His dad was a Pentecostal pastor, and a long line of pastors apparently within his family. He didn't take that route. He took the route of being a musician. But even as he said last week, that on Nutshell Sermons, it's almost like he's taken a little bit of a path
Yeah.
towards that. But he has a gift, definitely, humor as well, like an incredible sense of humor. Just to give a little bit of facts, even though we spoke with him last week, but Brian started his career in 1973 with Sweet Comfort Band, which was Jesus music at that time. Later Jesus music transitioned into CCM. Just kind of cool to think of. You're like, oh, that Jesus music. No,
Yeah.
it actually turned into contemporary Christian music. But he, at that time, released several number one songs, though, when the band broke up. Several. After the band broke up in 1984, several number one songs. Some of them, Traces of Heaven, Things Are Gonna Change, United We Stand, Don't Look Away, which was from Slow Revival. Love Takes Time, which
Oh yeah.
love
Love that song. That's off the
Love
Mercy
that
album.
song. You Don't Leave Me Lonely, love that
Another
song.
great song. You
Into My Heart,
out
love
of
that.
my head.
This, When It Comes to Love, honestly, and I'll Not Forget You, those are all from Mercy.
Yeah.
Mercy was an incredible album,
Oh my gosh.
like very successful.
Yeah.
And we got to see him off of that album when at our youth group. I mean, of all places, he's not even playing for the main sanctuary. Our youth group
know.
was like 500 kids deep.
Right.
Like,
was-
to have him for the youth was incredible.
Yeah.
And you know what? Also, we didn't tell him is that he used to call you and I the white version of the Milli Vanilli Twins.
Yeah, I know. Well, the funny thing is, when I was talking to him on the phone, prior to the interview, I believe I did bring that up, and he was like, "I did." So,
But he said it like multiple times.
yeah, I know. Oh yeah, it was like every time he saw us.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
but another thing is I had another Brian Duncan encounter because I was living in
Yeah.
Nashville and I was working at a
I don't
gas
have my
station.
buttons.
I know. Name droppers. I'll do it for you.
Name droppers.
But I was working at the cash register, and people will come in all the time, all hours of the night. And it was probably about 11:30 at night, and somebody walks up and they throw a candy bar on the counter, and I didn't even look up at them. I just said, "Is it just the Snickers for you tonight?" And he says, "Yep, that's it." And I'm like, I know that voice. I know that voice. He has a very, very distinct voice. And
Yeah.
I looked up and I said, "Is your name Brian?" And and he says, "Yep." And I'm like, "Brian Duncan." He says, "That's what they keep telling me." And and anyways, he was going to, oh my gosh, what was the name of the album that he was in he was there in Nashville
Oh,
because he didn't live in Nashville. Something from here. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find it right now. Um,
it's one with his face.
it's one with his face. The last time I was here. That was the album that it was off of. The last time I was here. And it was funny because he says, I'm actually here because I'm finishing this album. The last time I was, he didn't say the last time I was here. He says, but I'm finishing this album, and he says, "Hey, do you mind if I?" He had a Walkman. He's like, "Do you mind if I walk around your store and write some? I'm just finishing up some lyrics. Do you mind if I just walk around?" I was like, "No, not at all." So, anyways, he leaves, and then the next night he comes back in. He was like, "Hey,
Oh,
remember me?" He's like, "You mind if I keep walking around your store?" And then he says, "We did
we-
a photo shoot today," and he says, "If my face is right up in the camera, it's just going to be a really psychedelic looking, cover." So I was like, that was pretty cool. And then it came out, and I was like, man, this is pretty sweet.
was he staying at that motel right
I,
behind
I think
your
so.
gas station you worked at?
I think so. I think he was the same one you stayed in. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
really
With the
nice one.
Krispy Kreme donuts in the morning.
Yeah, yeah, that was the one. Yeah, but anyways, nonetheless, yeah. So the next song is the whole reason why we first bought this album. The first
That
cassette tape we ever purchased of his was "Whispers in the Dark," and we got that at a Christian camp that we went to for a week. And then when we saw this song on Real Videos, "Don't You Want to Rap," we were like, "This is Brian Duncan."
yeah.
Like, this doesn't sound anything like Whispers in the Dark at all. He was rapping, he was talking about air travel, and he's in an airport,
You love
which,
planes.
yeah, we loved airplanes. So we're just like, first of all, you've already got us now. You got little fake airplanes in the background. He's
Yeah.
obviously using green screen or something like that. Like, it's just such a funny song and album. I mean, and video. But yeah, and you and I have done car karaoke to this one too. So
We sure have.
yeah.
So
We need to do that
we should
again.
listen. I know. We should do this song. We should do it to this song. You know what would be fun?
Huh.
Is to do it with Brian.
It's funny you say that. I thought about that the other day. I was like, I wonder if he would get on and do car karaoke with us online to this song. I don't know how we can get that done. Maybe we just fly out to California and
Yeah.
knock on his
Yeah.
door, and we just say, "Hey, let's go for a ride."
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. That's what the guy does from the late night show, right? He just goes and shows up and is like pulls him in the car. So we should do that. We should just go to Brian's house and just ask him, "Hey Brian, don't you want to rap with me?"
Oh, there you go. There you go.
See?
Yeah, I do. And we can get a baby, put a baby in the
Yeah.
back. That way,
Yeah.
every time he says baby, just throw the baby up out
Yeah.
of the car seat
That's
while
really
we're
good.
driving. Just
Hey Joe, let's play the song.
okay. We're getting too deep here. All right, here we go.
It's 8:15 and 81's the gate to catch United to Chicago for a concert date. Got a ticket, the baggage for an excess fee. I'm in a 5-mile line to face security. tea. They grab my shoulder bag, I'm running short on time, and then they single me out to run a check for a crime. Then on the intercom, I hear this voice too sweet.
We've been delayed, we're in a fog, why don't you take a seat?
So I sit around, a waste of time is a sin. Here comes a beatbox, got the volume at 10, and now he's thanking me for saving him a place. Look around the whole room, there ain't a single space. I said I don't mind a shuffle to a different beat, as long as I can hear it from across the street. Okay, now he's folding his arms, he's got this big old frown on his face. He says, baby, don't you wanna rap with me? Maybe, out of curiosity. Baby, yeah, don't you wanna rap with me? Smiling, that's me, smiling like I'm on TV. He's probably calling me baby, man, because I'm a lot smaller than he is. All right, I'll give it a shot. My name is Brian D, and I'm a screaming machine. I sing by tearing it up like a lot of it's clean. A full tilt rhythm you can understand, and I can tour the world with the Econo Band. On a mission from God, I like to call him a friend. Think the people are sick, and he's a medicine. Saying love is the key, yeah, not animosity, and I'm snatching all the children from the enemy. And if you get no, wait, guys, no, man, this ain't it. Yeah. It's supposed to be a rap tune. Thanks a lot, guys. That was perfect. Baby, don't you wanna rap with me? Maybe, out of curiosity. Baby, yeah, don't you wanna rap with me? Smiling, yeah, I'm smiling like I'm on TV. I know you might be thinking I don't know a lot about what it is, about what it's not. Think I'm just a white man with a sheltered life. Nice home, 2 cars, 2 kids, and a wife. Just look a little closer while you're staring at me, 'cause sometimes what you get is more than what you see. Been across the land, both far and wide. I've seen all the big cities, the countryside. Seen the rich man living off the fat of the land, the beggar in the street holding out his hand. I know the guilty of murder, the first degree, the preacher and the teacher, the Pharisee. I meet a victim a day in every circumstance, and when you tell him of Jesus, never gave him a chance. Met people from Seattle to Miami, LA to New York, we're all people in need. Been to Adelaide, Sydney, Saskatoon, man, Indian summers, winter in June. But all over the world and in the strangest of place, the heart is the same, it's just a different face. The heart is the same, it's just a different face. The heart is the same, it's just a different face. Say the heart is the same, it's just a different face. The heart is the same, it's just a different face. Yeah, the heart is the same, it's just a different face. The heart is the same, it's just a different face.
Well, I didn't.
We played the whole song.
We did play the whole song. You know, it's so hard to not. It's so hard to
That
not.
song. Yeah, that song. You want to play the whole song.
Well,
Like,
there's some great lyrics in it. What I loved about it is when we were talking to him, he said it was supposed to be kind of a funny song,
Yeah.
but while he was writing it, he closed the drapes in his studio and
Yeah.
just didn't want anybody to know that I was actually doing this, because it was supposed to be against it. He's like,
Yeah.
people are ruining music. I think that's something he said
Mhm.
when you
Yeah.
hear people saying that. So, anyways, that was funny. But anyways, what a wonderful song,
I
really.
know. I know.
We've been listening to that since we were 14. What was that? Is that you
That's
trying
the
to
record.
start your car?
I found I found a scratch sound, record scratch sound, and it's like I don't know. That one didn't. That one just kind of kept scratching.
Is that goodness gracious. Ay, ay,
Well,
ay.
hey Joe, you know what time it is?
I can only guess what time it is. What time is it?
It's time for vinyl reveal.
I hate these. I hate them all the time
Why?
because I don't have anything good, and you have something. You always have something. You're
Fine.
traveling and brought a vinyl with you. Come on.
I know. That is. So I'm just gonna say, okay,
Okay.
I'm pretty excited about this one.
Well, that really frustrates me. Just to let you know.
And God's still on the throne. There's power in the blood, and I'm saved to the wall.
So it's radically saved.
Devil comes against me, he gonna feel some pain.
Now,
Bruise and cast him out by the
where did you get that? Okay, turn your music down. It's so
Yep.
loud.
So loud. Yeah. Yeah.
Where did you get that?
What do you think of that?
That is good. I've had that one for like 2 years. But
You're
that
such
is
a
great.
liar.
No, I've had it. Yeah, I have. You didn't. It's funny. It's at my office. Actually, it's probably. Yeah.
Okay. I got another one.
Okay.
You want to hear?
Yeah. So the funny thing is I didn't know I had that album.
I didn't know you had that album.
You know what? It was back when I was buying records and you weren't. And I bought it, so I wouldn't have even told you. Yeah. So, anyways, what's the next one that you're really excited about? Because I was really, you know what, that one is a really exciting one. It really is.
It is.
What a great record.
Okay. Well, let's see. I think this one's pretty exciting. We'll see if you have it though.
Okay. I don't have that. Where did you get that?
What?
Where did you find that?
What are you talking about?
Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Where did you find that?
Found it online. Okay, so let me tell you something though. Okay, just to tell you it. This is not the full album.
Oh, okay.
It is a single that has...
Which is still really cool.
It is. It has Tame the Volcano and Rainy Season. And it's for the radio.
Wow. That's pretty cool, actually.
Yeah.
Man.
And it has some other guy on the back. This isn't Krumbacher.
That's pretty funny. Who's that guy? So, all right. So I have a record. And I'm gonna see if you even recognize this one, because this is one that you might be like, okay, I know this, but maybe not. But here it is. Let's just start with a song. Any ideas? Let me go to a different. Let me
Play it.
come on.
I was a loser. I could not win.
All right, so Steve Archer, action. Wow.
All right. Well, I have another one, but I'm going to wait. I'll wait for a different time.
Well, okay. Well, here, I've got one more. Yeah, I'm sure you don't have any idea yet, because based off of this, you probably shouldn't.
The final act.
No. No ideas. You and I saw them with our dad.
Yo, Mansfield. Thunder and Lightning.
Yeah.
That's funny. He's good. Yeah. All right, we should get back to the show.
Probably just cut all that out. We probably will. We're probably just gonna cut all that out.
Yeah.
So that's it for our vinyl reveals there. So maybe we'll get some next time. I'm really not happy about what you might have next, but anyways, all right. So the next song is called "Inside Out," and this is
I
actually
like this song.
yeah, but it's not about the emotions, you know.
No, not about the cartoon.
Not about the cartoon emotions. Yeah, but let's go ahead and listen to Inside Out.
Yep.
I love that. Bass line. Keyboard bass line.
Love untainted always turns around, floating on emotion. Pure inside, but they say it can't be found. Not without devotion. Attitudes in practice contaminate us all. I don't need an empty sermon, some plaque upon the wall. I need a heart turned inside out. A miracle revival, love without a doubt. I need a heart turned inside out. A love above a whisper, heard above a shout. I need a heart turned inside out. Yeah, inside out. Or maybe upside down. Truly right side up. I need a total transformation. I need a heart turned inside out.
I love that. Need a total transformation, like a heart turned inside out.
I know.
Like, it's funny. I have to say, like, I really did appreciate the conversation and just the talk about our relationship with God, like his podcast, his songs. I don't know. As a kid, CCM it truly was Christian music. And I don't even know if CCM is even a thing anymore. When I think about it, it feels like it's not.
Yeah.
Like it's more a worship. There's there's a worship genre, and then there's a Christian,
Yeah.
like hard rock and metal, and then there's like pop, and but it doesn't feel like CCM is what it was
No.
at all. Like, at
No.
all.
No, I agree, because back then you can walk into a Christian bookstore and you'd pick up a cassette or something. You'd be like, I've never heard of,
Yeah.
Jeff Moore, and you'd pick him up and you knew what you were getting,
Yeah.
But it slowly started to evolve to where the lyrics weren't as in your face, which I'm not saying it has to be, but you just started to see this transformation of, I don't know, it's not necessarily, it's not. You don't know what you're going to get. I guess that's the thing. And but like, I like this because he's saying I need more than a plaque up on the wall, and he's just and I'm trying to think. I don't know. Was he talking about a pastor? Love untainted always turns around, floating on emotion, pure inside, but they say it can't be found, not without devotion. Platitudes in practice contaminate us all. I don't need an empty sermon, some plaque upon the wall. I need a heart turned inside out.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but it's just he's obviously he's talking about having his own heart, turned inside out, and
Well,
I like how he goes, inside out, maybe upside down, truly right side up.
truly right side up. Yeah.
I need a total
Well,
transformation.
Well, and you wonder, just even based off of the conversation that he had, he would talk a lot about comparing himself to others, and so you almost wonder, is this a way of talking about himself, talking about, what, like, I don't need a plaque up against the wall, I don't need these things. What I need is a heart turned inside out. But it really was talking about like where's your heart? I mean, really, where's your heart in all of it? And it's a challenge. I think that's the thing, is it's not easy to to live out your Christian walk, without in a world that is trying to conform you to it.
Right. Yeah.
Um,
Exactly.
so,
Exactly. So, yeah.
great song.
The next song is "Lies Upon Lies," and
Lies upon lies.
yeah. And I just remember this. I picture him in a smoking jacket and leaned up against the piano. I don't think I've ever heard him sing this one live. Um,
Yeah.
I don't recall that, but anyways, let's go ahead and play "Lies Upon Lies," and then
Yep.
we'll come back.
Ladies and gentlemen, how about a warm round
That's
of
right.
applause for our guest this evening at Club 440, Brian Duncan.
Lies upon lies are said to get by. Lies upon lies are clouds in the sky. Pretty soon it's gonna rain. You're gonna get those shiny shoes muddy. Yeah. Between the fools and the wise, a smile can be a wicked disguise. Yeah, yeah, my thumb. Lies upon lies. To the wise and the wise.
I love that line. A smile can be a wicked disguise.
I know.
Like lies upon lies, a smile can be a wicked disguise. That is pretty. I don't know. Again, we just go back to those words. You're like, man, it really makes you think,
Yeah.
and sometimes it cuts deep.
Yeah. I know.
Sorry about
I
that.
know. Smile can be a wicked disguise.
Yep. But you usually, here's the thing. I know, when I used to listen to this song, I used to think a lot about you,
Because
because
I was always lying down.
yeah. And
Like,
while you were lying, you were lying down, you were lying up, you were lying to them. You were lying to them. You were,
how about this? How about this, Joe? I even wrote a song about you. Joe lies when he cries. When he cries.
your lies. Was that from Say Anything?
Just from Say Anything. It's the stupidest song. Like she's sitting there. Like, even I hated that. Like Joe lies when he cries.
So stupid.
Um, oh
Uh,
gosh. Hey, do you
Anyways,
know that Brian has sold more than 1 million records? And then he released, obviously, the 18 solo albums, appeared on several compilation projects. He's released 3 solo video projects, a joint tour video, and has done a video for the Left Behind movie, and also started the record label called Red Road Records.
I did. I did recently see the Left Behind video that he did.
Oh,
It was
cool.
with like another group, like a female, duo or
Okay.
trio or something like that. But I did see that because that was based off of it had like images of the movie Left Behind.
Yep.
But I'm trying to think. Okay, he had 3 solo video albums. So
Yeah.
we know that there was Strong Medicine, and there was
Yep.
Saturday in the Park.
Yep.
What was the other one?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, because
Sure. It makes me want to go back and look for it.
I don't know because I'm like we had the other ones.
He
And
did have, if you look on YouTube, he does have a full live concert off of Mercy, and I almost wonder if that's it. Like
is
it's a
it the
full
one with
live.
is it with Crystal Lewis and it's called like the big voices tour or something like that? Because I see that online too.
I don't know. I don't know, but it was. I mean, it's a great video. Like hearing these songs and then hearing Mr. Bailey as a daughter.
Oh wow, I'm
Like,
gonna have to look that up.
yeah. Oh yeah, it's great. By the
Mr.
way,
Bailey.
just to daughter, hope she'll notice me. Um, One Grammy Award, 1996, Best Pop Contemporary Gospel Album. It was a tribute to Andre Crouch with various, lots of other artists, and then 4 Dove Awards. One for My Utmost for his highest, Quiet Prayers, the tribute to Andre Crouch, and then also a concert of My Utmost, it was a music video of the year for my utmost of his highest, the concert. And maybe
Ah,
that's it. Maybe that's the third video.
that
Uh,
when he did the compilation for My Utmost for His Highest, that became one of my favorite albums.
I
And
agree. I love that
um,
album.
gosh, the song he did on that, um, oh my gosh, I'm trying to think of it, but I've recently listened to it, but it's
Yeah.
just not coming to my mind. But there was that, and then he also did Our Christmas, which is
Yeah.
another compilation that we during our Christmas show we actually brought up and put Michael W. Smith's song on it. But
Yeah.
that was another one that he did that was a great compilation.
Great.
We had whenever we saw that he was on something, we usually bought it, and we weren't big into
Yeah.
Christmas music, but when we saw that Brian Duncan was on it, we're like, well, okay, we'll get this,
Yeah.
and
Exactly.
and
Yeah.
then we'll just skip through the other songs, which is very difficult to do with a cassette tape.
Yeah. I
You don't get
agree.
as
I
much.
agree.
Um,
All right, let's go to the
anyways,
next song.
next song is "Hand It Over." Matt,
Hand it over.
good.
I'd like to say you're gonna make it. Children would like to say that everything will be alright. From the time you're starting out in the morning till the time you fall asleep in the sweet moonlight. Like to say that the world is fair and you can face it from an easy chair. I'd like to say it, but it's just not true. You do your best, but it's not always up to you. So hand it over to hands that are stronger. His hand is on you. If you hand it over, doesn't mean you stop your brain from thinking. Doesn't mean that if you're smiling, no one's home. Or in your heart, you'll never feel like crying. Doesn't mean you'll never dance.
It's funny because he brought up this album and said that the budget was very low.
Yeah. Yeah.
Something like $10,000 or something like that, and
Right.
it was
Right.
very few instrumentalists and things like
Yeah.
that. But what a
You wouldn't know it though.
no, what a
I
what a
mean, when he said that, I just didn't. I was like, wow, I wouldn't have known it. We love this album so much, and I still love this album. But if you do go back, I was listening to Mercy a couple of days ago, and I was like, oh yeah, you definitely hear the big band. That
yeah
like, there's a lot of musicians on it, and so
yeah
this one might have been more simplistic from that perspective, but it still sounds great. Sounds full. I would have never known that this was a low budget
no
album.
no the
Especially
thing,
seeing him in concert off of this one too. Like it was a great concert.
oh I know.
Packed.
Well, and the thing is like the time period that this was, when this album came out, you're looking at the late 80s. So during that
Yeah.
time, um, this was the style. Like this is totally in style with the
Yeah.
keyboards and the samples that are coming out, and the loops and things like that. Like that was kind of what was starting to come around. So whether it was a low budget or not, still an incredible collection of songs,
Yeah.
and very well thought out, and deep lyrics. Literally, this album for us made us Brian Duncan fans. We liked Brian Duncan prior to this, but we
Yeah.
became fans with this. And
Yes.
you and I know we have one more song to go, but you and I, we went to his concert and we bought the Strong Medicine shirt,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
we didn't just buy one, but we bought every color.
Yeah. I know.
So there
I know.
was
We
purple, and there was
purple, blue,
blue,
red.
red. I think there was a green one too. Um, but we each
Yeah.
bought them. We
Yeah.
literally wore Brian Duncan shirts
Almost every
almost every
day.
day.
I know. I know. We
Um,
really did.
so much
To
so,
junior high school, and then I
yeah,
remember in high school, somebody in PE used it as their PE shirt. Like Brian Duncan, and he had like the red one or something like that.
oh, that's
And
funny.
yeah,
Uh,
I'm like, oh my gosh.
well, I showed up to my audition with Wicked's End, and which is a hardcore band.
Yeah.
And I showed up to my audition wearing a Brian Duncan T-shirt, and to this day, they still matter of fact, one of them endorsed one of my books, and it actually says in there, you know, here's this dude that shows up wearing a Brian Duncan T-shirt, and anyways, but we were such big fans, and we wore the merchandise, but we had a Brian D shirt and all kinds of stuff, but
I know.
yeah, what a great time. Gosh, I
It's
wish
great.
I would give anything to have those shirts back again, honestly.
I know. I know. Like that would just be. I don't know what you wouldn't fit into it. I'm sure.
No, they were pretty small, but wouldn't it be wonderful though? Like really, if you think about it,
Yeah.
it'd be wonderful.
I would try and put it on.
Yeah, yeah, I'd attempt.
I would have worn it. I would have worn it during the interview.
It would be probably be more of a halter top now. you
Probably.
know,
Probably. Yeah.
our belly sticking out and
I
just
know. I know. I know.
but
Well,
it'd be wonderful, which leads us into the next song, which is called Wonderful.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is wonderful.
And I'm surprised you didn't catch that because I don't say wonderful often. You probably thought that was weird.
No, actually, I didn't think it was weird because when it gets late at night, you start saying stupid stuff.
Yeah, love you, Matt. I'm sorry. It's getting late.
Woo! I don't know where that came from. I'm just kidding. I did not mean that at all.
Okay, let's go ahead and play Wonderful.
All right.
Hey, man, play it loud. When my face is long and my heart is heavy, it's when I hang my head that I call on you. 'Cause I find you gracious and never hurried. I guess I think I said it best about you. Rings true, your name is wonderful. Yes, I know, so I say, I know your praise is due. Well, from the congregation, your name is wonderful. Well, I know it. Almighty God is you. Yes, He's gonna see me through. When I close my eyes, 'cause I just can't take no more. And I'm losing faith in the human race.
Is he just he has so many different
I know the
styles.
genres on this
Yeah.
is it's kind of like, but he said that. He actually said that last week. He's like, he didn't fit into a genre.
Yeah.
Like he really didn't. I mean, you think of it, there is soulful music on here. There's this like reggae type style music. There's rap.
Yeah.
There's contemporary Christian.
Yep.
And he fell into
Lies Upon
multiple different genres. Lies upon lies.
Like he's got kind of that, smoky bar room,
Yeah.
Club 440. Welcome, Brian Duncan, with
Yeah.
5 people clapping. And, but yeah, so that was the cool thing about like this album and quite a few of his albums is it was never cookie cutter. Like
Right.
it really wasn't. It was very artistic and very well thought out. And these songs didn't all sound the same. I guess that's probably the biggest thing. Like, if you were going to hear a song on the radio, you could be like, "Oh, that's different." You would know it's Brian Duncan because his voice is
Yeah.
unmistakable. But
Yeah.
but at the same time, you would not mistake one song for the other. It's
Right.
just I don't know. It really just goes to show what a talent and what a gift he has. And honestly, it was great. Last week was a wonderful interview, and he's just an incredible guy. Just got a great ministry and still doing ministry and taking care of his family and
Yeah.
yeah. So
And listen to the Nutshell sermons because those are really good. They're small little things, but he also puts some music on there every so often too. So it's like you'll listen and there'll be a song on there of something that he's written, and so it's a really cool platform to just kind of listen a little bit about what's on his heart and what he wants to share, but then also some music. And
Yeah.
so I really have come to enjoy those, and they're out every Thursday, I believe, right?
yeah, I think so. But weekly for sure. But like right now, he's going through a Sweet Comfort band album, and it's kind of a revamped. It's a newer album, from my understanding, but it's it's really good. That's the thing. It's really good.
Yeah, it is.
And then he talks about the songs that he's reviewing. So he's kind of going through that album right now. So it's kind of funny. It's fun. But anyways, so that was Brian Duncan's Strong Medicine.
Yeah.
What an incredible album, and an opportunity to be able to talk a little bit more about Brian. But anyways, yeah. So lots of fun, Matt, and I know you're traveling, and and hopefully, next time you're traveling, or whatever, you can have some headphones on
Yeah,
and
I hope so.
microphone, and
Because this just feels like I'm on a work call.
yeah, yeah. Well,
I've been staring at this computer for the last 8 hours.
yeah. To be honest with you, you were just about as interesting as you probably were on a work call.
Yeah.
Just nothing memorable. Like I don't.
No,
Yeah.
no. I know. I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
You didn't really
I know.
see.
You know what? You were just really flat today. I don't know what it was,
Yeah.
but you're really just not very. I don't know. You're just not very interesting, and it's probably because you're late and you're saying words like wonderful.
His
And I love
name is
you.
wonderful.
No, that's fine. It's just you don't use the word wonderful because
Yeah.
you're just boring, stupid.
Yeah. You're
Hey,
ugly.
anyways, with that,
Hate
hey
you.
everyone, thank
I'm
you
gonna
so
find
much.
another. I'm gonna find another twin to do twin speak with.
Yeah, you do that.
Yeah.
Hey everyone, thank you for listening. Please subscribe, watch on YouTube for some good dance moves, and to see that Joe's singing the song like with the words and me singing it about 3 seconds after because of the delay. The delay isn't here, but the delay is as soon as you get on, it's a
I
delay.
don't know. I don't know if it's a delay or you're just mimicking the words I'm using because you don't really know the words.
Yeah, that could be it. That could be it. Yeah,
That might be it.
stupid.
But anyways,
Yeah. Anyways, but subscribe, leave us a review, couple of stars, 1 star for Joe, 5 for me. It's perfectly fine. Um, 5 means it's spicy. That's how you want your Thai food, extra spicy. That's how you want your twin speak, extra spicy. Anyways,
spicy.
thanks for listening to Twin Speak Christian Music and other stuff. My name's Matt. God bless you. Be good people.
God bless you. Bye.